Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Hello, second grade. Happy Friday. Welcome back. I have another great story to share with you. This is a book called Alma and How She Got Her Name by Juana Martinez Neal. Now, have you always been curious of how you got your name? I know I was, because people always ask me how I got my name. Well, in this book, Alma, and her actual name is Alma Sofia Esperanza Jose Porra Candela. That's a long name, isn't it? Well, this is a great story about how she found out all the different stories that goes behind her name. So, read to find out what makes her so special, and maybe you can ask your parent how you got your name. Don't forget to try to find the story on Sora, or try to check the story out or this book out at your county library. My name is Mrs. Vang, and I'm so excited to have you join me so that we can learn our letters and our sounds so that we can become, what? Amazing readers and writers. You're right. So let's get started with our high frequency words. Remember, high frequency words are words that we see most frequently when we are reading and or writing. And it's important to know these words so that we can read them automatically, so that we don't have to spend our time sounding them out, so that we can save those longer words for our brain to sound them out. So all week we've been learning some words. Today, I have 2 new words for us. Now remember to help me read and spell them. That way your brain can be familiar with these words. Ready? Help me read and write. The first word is sky. Help me read it. Sky. Good job. Help me spell it. S-K-Y, sky. Good job, boys and girls. My next word is wash. Help me read it. Wash. Help me spell it. W-A-S-H, wash. Good job, boys and girls. Now, I have 2 sentences for us. I want you to help me try to figure out which one of these words will go into my sentences to make it make sense. Are you ready? Awesome. Help me read my first sentence. My first sentence says, did you your hands? Oh, did you notice that was a question? There it was. Let's read the second sentence. The is blue. Now, are you using your context clues? What word goes in the first sentence? Did you your hands? Say it nice and loud so I can hear you. Good. Did you wash your hands? I heard you. Good job. Did you wash your hands? Makes sense. Now, that must mean sky goes with the second sentence. Let's read to make sure it makes sense. Ready? The sky is blue. Good job, boys and girls. Now, let's practice reading all of our high frequency words that we've learned this week. And let's start with the words that we learned today. Let me get my reading finger to help us read. Ready? Wash, sky, almost, by, food, out, pull, saw, under, straight. Good reading, boys and girls. And as you're reading this week, don't forget to see if you can find some of these high frequency words in your reading and try to read it without sounding them out. Now, let's go and learn or go through our focus sound of the week. Now remember, all week we have been learning the soft C and the soft G sound. Soft C is spelled C-E, C-I, and C-Y. And we call the soft C because it makes the S sound like the sun card. Now, we've also learned the soft G. And soft G is spelled G-E, G-I, G-Y, and D-G-E. And they all make the J sound like the jump card. And that's why we call it the soft C and the soft G. And remember, if you need to use that little chant, use it to help you. Soft C, soft G, give it a try. C-E, C-I, and C-Y says S. Good job. G-E, G-I, and G-Y says J. Good job. And don't forget that D-G-E also says J. Awesome job, boys and girls. So help me blend my letters that I have on here. Ready? Remember, we also can't forget that last week we learned that silent E. Silent E is going to make the A say A, but the G-E together is going to say J. Good job. I heard you. Let's blend it. Ready? Age. What's my word? Age. Good job, boys and girls. Age. Now, what if I added some more letters? If I added the R, the R, what's my new word? Rage. Good job. And what if I added the K sound? What is it? K. Age. Good job. K. Age. Now, what if I added the ST? That becomes st. Age. What is it? Stage. Good job, boys and girls. And these are all spelling patterns. Remember, if you can spell one word, you can spell many words. Now, let's go and read. I have another story for us this week. My story this week is called Midge Can Plan, and it has lots of soft G words that makes the J sound and a couple of CE that says S, or I should say soft C. But before we read, we're going to focus on our fluency. And remember, we're working on expression. Remember, expression is reading so that you don't sound like a robot. And we're also working with phrasing. So when you are phrasing, we group words together and we can say them with pausing, with a rise. Remember, we change our voice to go up. We can change our voice to go down. But when you're reading, it should sound like you're talking. And don't forget to pay attention to those punctuation. That's also another clue to help you as you are reading. So when we see a comma, right, our little commas, we're going to pause a little bit. Periods means stop. Exclamation means we're going to read with feelings. And remember, those questions, we raise our voice at the end. Okay, so we're going to focus on our expression and not sounding like a robot as we read. So help me read again. My story is called Midge Can Plan. Let me get my reading finger to help me read. Ready? Midge had a plan. Let's take lunch to a bridge. We can take a range of food. Mom liked the plan. It will be fun, said Sage. Midge set out games. Sage set out plates. Mom had snacks in the fridge. Mom gave them to Sage. This is nice, said Midge. It is a fine plan. Good job. How did you do? Awesome job, boys and girls. Did you find your soft C that says S? Did you find some words with the soft G that says J? And this one had lots of that J sound, didn't it? Like here's my word, midge, had that J. Good. What else did you find? Bridge. Good. Range. Lots of J. Sage. Good job. Did you find any with the soft C? The S? Did you? I only found one. Let's see. And what word is it? Nice, good. There are more in here, so as you're reading, I want you to see if you can find our focus sound of the week, which is our soft C that says S and our soft G that says J. And this weekend, try to draw and write about a picnic you want to have. Share your story with your brothers or your sisters or your mom or your dad or your grandma or your grandpa or even your teacher. Now, let's go and practice our prefixes. Remember, all week we were learning about prefixes, and we said that prefixes were added to the beginning of a word to change its meaning. And I had a little picture up here to help you. This is what I always drew to help my boys and girls. So I drew this, what we call the base word, and then the prefixes comes in the beginning, so we put a P in the beginning, and then next week we're going to learn that suffixes come at the end of a word, so I added the S at the end. And doesn't that look like an elephant? If you need to draw this little picture to help you, do it so that it can help you remember. Because remember, learning prefixes will help you understand the word, the meaning of a word. So we learned that re means again. Un means not, dis means not or opposite. So if I have, and I'm going to go all the way down because we practiced these words already. If I have the word disagree, so if someone is disagreeing with you, what does that mean? Disagree means it's the opposite of agree, isn't it? So they do not agree with you. You're right. Now, how about unhappy? So if I'm reading something and it says, oh, the boy was unhappy, un means not, so I know he is not happy. And guess what? When you're writing and you want to say that the boy is not happy, instead of saying not happy, we can just write the word unhappy. Now, here's some words that are a little bit challenging. I gave you the definition or the meaning. Can you tell me the word? So if I say, oh, tell it again, what do you think? What word is that? Well, again means re. So tell again means what? Retell. Thumbs up if you got it. Retell. Good job, boys and girls. And what about not lock? If I said not lock, what does that mean? Not can either be un or dis. What word do you think it is? Not lock. Let's see if you guys got it right. Unlock. Did you get it? Awesome job, boys and girls. You guys are doing such a great job learning. Good job, boys and girls. Now, remember, we learned a lot this week. We learned our soft C, our soft G sounds. We learned our prefixes. Lots of learning to do. But remember, when things get hard, what do we say? We just say, I can do it. We can say, I'm awesome. And we say, I am smart. And Mrs. Vang believes in me. And say that to yourself. Say, I believe in me. Okay? Because you guys can do hard things. Have a great weekend. And don't forget to come back next week. Bye-bye.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.